The Safe Route. Voices from the Border. A podcast of Safe Route Project. Tariq sits in the departure lounge, the border pass to Pakistan in his hand. His thoughts drift to those who, like Bilal says, embark on all-or-nothing journeys, only to be forced back home. What becomes of their dreams when they're compelled to return home? Is it truly impossible to find a legal pathway to a better life? Lost in contemplation, Tariq notices two young men seated nearby, engaged in an animated conversation. Introducing himself, he learns they are Sarmad Javaid and Ammar Bukhari, Pakistani citizens, residents of Germany and Finland. Their migration stories unfold in stark contrast to the harrowing tales Tariq has encountered thus far.
My name is Javaid. I went to Germany for studying masters. So I did my early bachelor's in Pakistan, in Islamabad, and then I joined my masters at the University of Paderborn. And from there on afterwards, I joined a working student position, and now I am currently working for a startup firm in Berlin. That is the Luca app, and so far the journey has been a really good one. I joined in 2015-2016 winter semester for the masters, and I have been here for 9 years. So now all the legal ways are, as you say, accomplished for the passport, and everything has been done for my side. For applying for a visa from Pakistan is really easy. You need a blocked amount for a study visa, and then you go to the embassy, and then you say, like, okay, I applied to a university. University gave me a letter that I can join them for this study and have this blocked amount, and then they give you the interview, and then you get the passport and everything. But right now I think it's more challenging because in Pakistan specifically, the appointment dates are too much because there is one embassy working. So yeah, that could be sometimes challenging, sometimes really easy, smooth process. So I gave twice the interview at the embassy because I missed one document, and the next time I had to give the interview again with the document. So that was fun, but at the end they gave me a visa, which was really easy.
My name is Ammar Bukhari. I was born in 1993 in Lahore, in Pakistan. I felt I am an extrovert all my life, but then Finland grows on you. I feel more of an ambivert now. I like to enjoy music, play games, spend time with my family, work as a product manager in a software company in Helsinki. I have been involved in my current role from almost past 4 years, and I've been living in Helsinki since 2019. I came to Finland actually in 2016 to do my master's. So all my life I have spent, before coming to Finland, I had spent in Lahore, and I was born and brought up there. A lot of memories there. All my life I was in Lahore, you can say, till my university graduation. And after my university graduation, I worked for almost a year for my state government, for Punjab IT board. I had seen all my life friends around me who would apply for opportunities and go abroad. And for me, I was very much clear in my head that I didn't want to leave after high school or my A levels, and I wanted to be a bit more. At least that's what I thought. My parents wouldn't even let me back then, but that was the case. So while I was in my university in Fas Lahore, there you can say came to know about, okay, there are a lot of opportunities for masters for you to check around and look around. To be honest, I came to know first about Germany. Looked unbelievable to me that someone told me that you can study in a very good university, and in Germany you don't have to pay any fees. So it sounded a bit what you can say, a bit false to be true. So I was, to be honest, at that time I was thinking still what to do. While living in Pakistan, we were struck with a calamity back then in 2014. There was this army APS attack. I remember I had my semester exams going on. Our universities were shut off after this attack, and attack happened in Peshawar, but all countries' institutes were shut off. So I had a lot of time at that time. To be honest, I was just spending online. I had this Germany thing in my mind. I started looking. I was like, okay, Germany dates are a bit far ahead. And then I came to know, while searching online, this mastersportal.eu, no one told me about it. From there, I checked, okay, Finland is something where there's also the same thing as Germany that you can get for free if you are qualified enough. And you don't have to pay a huge amount of sums as compared to US or Australia to get foreign experience and foreign degree. Initially, that was the thought process. To be honest, I don't know personally anyone in my circle who has come through illegal channels and all. All I see, of course, I know, and I've heard so many stories about people going through this horrible journeys to reach Greece, Italy, and all those places. I don't belong to an elite class or something, but I still feel I have been very privileged that I didn't had to think about taking this kind of undocumented route, because for me that was unthinkable. Why would I do that? And I think it was because maybe I was not enough desperate, or I thought I had other options. And I don't know, I have not met anyone who has gone through, you can say, illegal means. So I don't know what kind of desperation they personally go through, or what kind of responsibilities they have. Because like I said, I grew up in a city in Lahore, like normal neighborhood, where we won't be running for trekking that long, or we won't have that kind of thing ever. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Tariq steps off the plane, his feet touching the familiar soil of Pakistan once more. The bustling airport, the vibrant colors, the cacophony of voices, it all feels both comforting and overwhelming. He has returned after years abroad, years spent chasing dreams and seeking opportunities. As he makes his way through the crowd, memories flood his mind. He remembers the days when he dreamt of a life beyond these borders, a life filled with hope and excitement. Saying goodbye to his new friends, he starts to reflect. They have faced challenges, yes, but they have also found a way to build their success stories. Yet, Tariq can't help but wonder, how many others have the same opportunities? How many have the resources, the support, the means to embark on such a journey? Do they have the requirements to apply for a study visa and the economic capacity to embark on this path? Just then, his phone rings. It's an appointment with Raja Mada, the National Director of IRARA, the organization that provides repatriation and reintegration assistance to those who, after trying to settle in a European country, decide or are forced to return to Pakistan. Tariq gets up, prepares himself, and heads for the meeting. He knows that this conversation will offer him a different perspective on migration and the challenges that many face. He will hear stories of those who have not made an illegal journey to Europe and have not been able to build a life there. He will understand the difficulties of those who find themselves trapped in a system that offers no legal alternatives.
My name is Raja Humad Akhtar. Currently, I'm working as a country director with RARA and implementing UK Home Office Return and Reintegration project. Other than that, we are also working on providing direct assistance and support mechanism to the victim of human trafficking and smuggling in Pakistan. So basically, RARA is dedicated to the reintegration of migrants returning to their country of origin. In Pakistan, our initiatives are aligned with addressing the socio-economic challenges that many returning migrant faces. Our focus is main on providing livelihood support of all those returning migrants. Other than that, we also work on their education. If any intern migrant has discontinued his education before moving to any European country, so we assist them to get their education in Pakistan. Other than that, we also provide the medical assistance and skill development courses to enhance their already attained skill or to develop a new skill set so that they want to go back into an international market in the future. They must have some valuable skill with them to get a good jobs in those international market and countries. So given the rise in both voluntary returns and deportation in recent years, our efforts have been instrumental in providing a pathway for sustainable reintegration and helping individuals rebuild their lives. So once their immediate relief is provided to them, we then focus on their mental well-being. In other words, you call it a psychosocial support. We have a psychiatrist and psychologist on board with whom we arrange the session with them. And if they require any medical treatment after those sessions, so we can refer them to the hospital to have a proper medical treatment. Because during all these activities we have delivered in Pakistan, we have seen a lot of people with a lot of disturbed mental state, because you know that the whole journey back home is very stressing and very tiring and very, in other words, you can call it a life-threatening journey in some instances, not all, but in some instances, because they come back to illegal route. Sometimes legally the European countries send them back. That is a safe journey. But in some cases, we have received the deportees through a border forces, from border to border forces, and that was an illegal journey they adopted back home. There is a big stigma attached with accepting this issue in Pakistan, because most of them always remain in the state of denial that we have any such mental issues or our psychosocial condition is not good or normal. So they always deny it, and it is very, very difficult to convince them to take this support or a counseling session. Many returnees experience a mix of emotion. Those who are voluntary returned, they seems a little bit less stressed or have any issues with regard to their reintegration back into the society. They have a feeling of relief to be back with the family, back in the familiar environment. But most of them are also anxious and uncertain about their future prospect in Pakistan. With regard to deportee or forced return, in particular, there is often a sense of disappointment and frustration we have seen while dealing with them. Because number one reason is that they were being forced return. The other reason is that they spent a lot of money and their personal asset to reach to that particular country in Europe, and now they are being sent back. Their all investment on that journey is being wasted. I can give you an example of one of the deportee we received from Pakistan Border Forces, which is managed by FIA, Federal Investigation Agency. So this particular returnee was staying illegally in Greece, and he get caught, and then from Greece he was sent back to Turkey, and from Turkey he was sent back to Iran. So while he was in Iran, and he again tried to escape from the Iran forces, and where he got injured through a gunshot. He was treated there for almost 21 days, and then once his condition was out of danger, he was handed over to Pakistan. After that, FIA reached out to IRARA to provide the support to them, and then we provided the support to onward travel to his hometown, where we assisted them to get admitted in a hospital and take the complete medical treatment, which he did. And after that, we worked on his reintegration plan, and now he is running a cloth shop in his local area. So he is selling unstitched cloth to the people in the market, and he is now earning a handsome income, which is supporting himself and his family, monthly expenditure and everything. And there was another case of a returned migrant. He spent 7 years illegally in Spain, and then he was being deported, and he was under the category of forced return, and again we provided him with immediate assistance. Initially, this second case was very much interested to again go back to Spain illegally, because he was kept saying that I have spent a lot of time there, I have spent a lot of effort in establishing a connection and a work there, so that's why I want to go back home, because I don't have any further financial resources here to start anything in Pakistan. We assisted him to create a goat farm. He purchased different breed of goats, and then now he's selling those goats in the market, and he's also doing very well in Pakistan.
It's time for Tariq to return to Milan. The stories he's heard, the people he's met, and especially those he didn't meet, stay with him. He thinks of those who never had the chance to tell their story, those who didn't have a happy ending, and those who will never get a second chance. He remembers those lying at the bottom of the Mediterranean, those who disappeared in a Bulgarian forest, and those living on the street corner in Islamabad, unable to go back home because of the stigma of having failed. The paths of migration are becoming narrower and more selective, and the risks are greater. But the question remains: how can we build a system that offers hope and opportunity to all, not just to those who fit a certain profile? The answers to these questions are not easy, and the solutions are never simple. Tariq's reflection remains suspended as he tries to imagine a world where, above all, the dignity of each individual is recognized, no matter the path they have taken. It's about creating a world where everyone has the opportunity to live with dignity and hope, where Bilal, who still continues to call him, can be known for his many talents and enthusiasm, and not become a mere number of those who did not make it or an obstacle to be rejected.